All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Donovan Sadiq. I am the IEInformer, and you guys are getting a great treat because you are being broadcasted with my nephew, Elijah Malloyd, and he is 9 years old and he attends what school?
Sunny Meadows.
Sunny Meadows. So he's over at Sunny Meadows. You guys are the Jayhawks, right?
No, Seahawks. What are you
Seahawks.
talking about?
Jayhawks, Seahawks, whatever the deal is. But he's been a Moreno Valley resident for over a year. He's a military kid doing his little time here with his mom. And so he and his mom are over there supporting us over at March Air Reserve Base. For those of you guys that basically went to the golf course meeting yesterday at 10 a.m., it was a very great turnout. We thank you guys for turning out. It was a great meeting. But once again, Highland Fairview's paid employees were there trying to hijack the narrative and take away from what the meeting was about. The meeting initially was about the golf course and the updates that are happening on the golf course, because Highland Fairview employees, for some reason, are putting out non-true statements of what this golf course is supposed to do and what it's going to do. I, for one, I live in Edgemont, as you guys all know. I am the IEInformer, but I, for one, am for this project, not only because you got to do something with the golf course, but at the same time, it has a Boys and Girls Club, which we have been sorely lacking in this city, and they're bringing a lot of pluses to this project. I'm going to put up the video for you guys to take a look at some of the things that were said at the meeting. But one of the things that we did, and it didn't make sense to me, how you could be a Highland Fairview employee and you're worried about, one of the things they were arguing was 400 and something units of apartments and the traffic and the where's the EIR and all this other stuff. These are the same idiots that were, well, of course they're paid, but they were trumping for the World Logistics Center. A couple extra thousand people should not matter if you don't give a damn. You know, if you're worried about traffic and all that other stuff, then you shouldn't have been worried about you shouldn't be in support of the WLC. So a couple extra thousand people, to me, doesn't really matter. But it's very hypocritical that they came out and did what they did. But this goes to show you that Emperor Benvizi will send his goons out wherever he needs to do, because he does not want another developer to steal his thunder, because at least this developer is giving back to the community. Edo Benvizi and Highland Fairview don't do that. So I want to send this video out. I want you guys to take a look at it. These are some of the things that were said. Also, candidates for election were present at the thing. I want to give a big shout out. You're going to see Carla Thornton in the video. You're going to see, and Carla Thornton is a declared candidate. Shaylinda Bernard was there, a former candidate. Mr. Price, who's a strong golf advocate, he was there. A lot of people who are in the know in the community. Roy Bleckert, and again, Highland Fairview goons were out doing their job in the bidding of their master. So you guys, please check out the video. Tell us what you think. Give us your feedback, and we'll keep you posted on anything else that is happening in Moreno Valley. You guys take care. God bless. Have a great week.
Increase of the assessment, and it's a tax increase. Everybody's going, I don't want to do that. But basically what it is, if there's 5 tier or 5 levels. I bought the house in 2002, brand new, beautiful green belts, nice green golf course. I bought a premium lot. I paid extra. My fear was they would close it. They did. Soon after that, I started paying more attention to our green belts. When I was coming down Reno Beach or going up towards LaSalle, and I said, man, that's not good. So that's why we went out of that corner and we cleaned it up, because we said if it's to be, it's going to be us. We're going to clean our own street. We did so. I shared that with you. Let me step back into that. 5 levels. I think we were on level 2 when I bought the house in 2002. It was very nice. It fell to level 3, and they put a vote out about 2 years ago asking for an assessment increase. It didn't get a response. It was too shy of a response. So it was negative. So it fell to tier 5, level 5. Right now we're on level 5. To me, that's really scary, because that's about every 20 weeks they're going to do something. To trim our trees, to rake them up, you have things that fall in your backyard, you like the city to do it. They try to address your emergencies, but addressing our everyday needs have fallen short. Our assessment they asked for, we sat with them, they put something together, they mailed it to me. It would go from 110 to about 183.60 each year. That would go from $9.10 to $15 a month. It's an increase of about $6.10. I implore you that if you don't know what's going on, I'm trying to bring it to your attention that we can maintain that community out there, which maintains our homes. I want my house to be what it was when I bought it. I want the golf course to open. I want my green belts to be green. But we personally, not just yell, have argument, and we have differences. But each one of you can make a difference today. Say yes to another vote. Please say yes to another vote so you'll all have an opportunity to either pass this bill, which we need about 600 signatures to even get a vote, that they'll vote next year. So right now it's going to be like this for another year. It may look much worse. So I'm asking you as your neighbor. I'm your neighbor. I'm not a politician. I have nothing to win except the beautification of my community. Somebody had to bring it to your attention. I guess it's me. So I hope some of you will reevaluate what this is all about. I'm going to invite Candace and Jennifer, if you have any questions to me on the green belts, not the potholes, not the signs, not the construction down the street, please refrain yourself next to one moment. I'm not done. I'm pretty windy and I'm trying to do it fast. So, lost my train of thought. Lost my train of thought. No, please, I implore you to look at your neighborhood. You have a choice. It is your choice to increase our assessment. For 20 years, it's been the same. Over on the other side of the 60 freeway, nice, pretty, green belts, all that stuff, they pay $110 per home plus $75 a month. A month. We're going to go up $75 a year to make it $183. I ask that you just, when that petition comes out, that you would sign it. Actually, I have one in the back. I'd appreciate you would sign it, so I have to get 600 signatures. I don't want to knock on doors. I have the majority of the people that are interested in your community right here, right now. If you're favorable to keep our greenbelt, make them better, I need your signature so I can go to the city and ask them to put another ballot out. There's going to be another meeting at the first of the year only about the greenbelts, so we can give you a better idea where we're at. So I'll send another thing out to you and let you know and appreciate your attendance. I hope I haven't bored you with this stuff, and I appreciate it. But I'd like to ask Candace and Jennifer if they would stand, because if any of you have a question for me, I'd like them to answer it. They can't give an opinion. They can only ask you a question. I'll give you an opinion. I can't. You know what I mean? I'm not elected.
Minimum. I mean, at a minimum.
Not at a minimum, at a maximum.
Or a maximum. Well, CPI, if the CPI winds up being 4%, then it's going up 4%.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's not really a
But
maximum.
I think the clarification that he was bringing to her attention was, can there be an increase up to 3% or whatever's higher at the CPI? I read that. Wow, raised my eyebrows. But here's the deal. I got a cell phone in my pocket I pay over $100 a month for. I got cable TV I pay over $100 a month for. It costs me more than $100 a month to put electricity in my home. $100 a month for watering my own yard.
You use that.
Come on now. Really? $6 a month. Now, can it go up 3%? If the entire community goes up, don't you want to keep pace? Keep your neighborhood nice. I'm all for it. I can't tell you what to do. I just want to bring it to your attention. Would you balk at a couple dollars? $6. It's Starbucks. Come on. Read the paperwork that's in front of you. Make a good decision. Make the right decision. He's got a question. Get back there. Man, you're on Oprah. You're on God.
What I don't like is that somehow we're being sold the fact that we have to trade off apartments to have the greenbelts that have been here for 30 years.
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you.
No,
that has
no.
nothing to do with this.
Yes, it does, because you sat up there and you said it won't be maintained. How many other of you heard that? And it won't be maintained and it'll be worse a year from today. That's what you said. They bought open space. It's their job to maintain this open space. Are they deliberately trying to make it look worse so that residents give up eventually?
May I answer?
No, let's talk about medians, not the golf course.
May I answer?
This is overall in general.
No, may I answer?
No.
Fine.
All right. I'm gonna answer his question, I hope you all heard that. He said that the golf courses, the way it looks, our green golf look that way. They are not related. They are not related. You have an assessment on your property for about $110 per year to maintain those green belts out in front of your house when you pull out. The golf course had nothing to do with that. Please understand, I'm not here for the golf course. I'm not an advocate, I'm not against it.
Age range and series is 1997. The medians were maintained weekly by a landscape corporation, and in that time that we've been homeowners up here, property taxes increased twice. I want to know, one, what percent of the streetscape go, or, I mean, that's certainly for streetscape, about the tax increase, that so much of it would go towards median lighting on the Main Street thoroughfares. And then the other part would need to return our ballot corporation to have this increase, because we do not want to see it down. One, it's a dangerous to our vehicle, it's been a dangerous, numerous actions for having the medians not properly maintained, as bringing our property values down. So it's a twofold question. The property taxes are increased twice since we've been here, but I want to know what percent of that, because we don't see it going towards the medians as it should, and the landscape maintenance has decreased. It shouldn't be once every 8 weeks, it should be every week. It's a weekly maintenance of the trees, the limbs that come down, especially when we have the Santa Ana wind, a number of things where the landscape companies need to come through, whether it's the city or the private ones that are hired, the private corporations that are hired to maintain it. We want to make sure we need in writing where it's going to go to make sure it can't be every 8 weeks. It just isn't feasible to maintain them properly. And we know they did a lot with the drought tolerance in changing out, irrigation and drip lines, making sure that they had drought tolerant materials, but it's still not up to code as to what the city's code is itself. And that's my concern. Maybe we have to code.
Thank you. I believe that drip line was done by the water company, nothing to do with the city. I may be speaking out of my own shoes here, but that did take place.
So to answer your first question, and then I forgot the second. The first one is your assessment on your property since 1986 to fund the, 1996, to fund the maintenance of these landscape areas has always been $110. It's not tied to your property tax value. So it's always been $110. In 2016, we did a ballot to increase that, and it did not pass. So it remains at $110. At that time, you were receiving service in those areas one time every 12 weeks. Because the ballot did not pass, now the service is one time every 20 weeks. So the turf was mowed once every week, and then it was once every 2 weeks, and then it was reduced. Then we got a grant from MWD to remove the turf in the medians and put in drought tolerant landscaping and drip irrigation. So that was part of this district, and the majority of it was funded through the grant from the MWD. But the $110 has never changed since 1996. And you had a second question, I can't remember what it was.
The city does not actually maintain the landscaping in the parkway median. We do contract with landscape contractors, so that's who you're seeing. It is contracted and paid for out of the funds for zone F, or for zone 4.
Question, who maintains that wooden fence from Villa Lago back up to the home? I've been here since 2000, and that fence has never been touched.
Is it a split rail fence?
Yeah, it's a rail wooden fence up to the corner of Villa Lago going up to the lake. On this side, where the trees are up to the home. And it's never been painted, never been touched, and now it's starting to fall down. It's a wooden rail fence.
If it's next to the Villa Lago development,
Down the south.
Meyer, who's also head of the planning department here in the city. We're working real close with him. Former council member George Price is here also. And George is also a former member former member of the men's golf club here that we hope to get open very quickly. The reason why I wanted to piggyback on Bob's meeting here is because I have been taking a look at a lot of false rumors going around the golf course and where we are in our entitlement process. Okay. Dan has reminded me that he's going to pass around a clipboard for names and email addresses so you can get on our email blast so you can be fully up to speed on where we are on a daily basis. If you have any questions, you can contact me through that website. So that's what you'll see going around here. But there's been a couple of folks that are bloggers here in the area that have been really been putting out false information. I've had to reach out to them. I had a conversation with one of the fellows that had a blog, and I said, I'm open anytime to go online and be interviewed by you. And I made that promise that I would be there. This is the first I've met him. I've seen him other than online. I'm making that offer to you again. Anytime you want to interview me online, like you have other folks in the community, I'm in. Clear? Okay. So we made our application to the city here, a formal application to the city here a couple months ago. We've had issues come back and back and forth, questions about open space and all that kind of stuff. So we've been answering all those questions. There's been traffic studies issued, environmental studies issued, et cetera. So we've been answering all that. And our game plan is to be in front of the Planning Commission in late February. Is the time frame that we've been given from the city. Obviously, we'd like to be in front of the Planning Commission before that because a lot of this has to happen with the growing of the golf course. Our game plan is to have this golf course open up in the fall of 2018 for 18 holes of play. And you'll see the 18 holes of play that's on the boards back there and what we've designed there. And, sir, we'll have a question and answer period in just a minute if I can just finish, okay? So we'll have the 18 holes of play, we hope, in the fall. And then the other 9 holes, which is the late 9, that's going to become an exercise park. That'll also be a teaching facility on hole number 9 for our Boys and Girls Club that we're going to be placing in our maintenance facility area over here off of JFK and Lorena Beach Road. We've got members here of the Boys and Girls Club, Mark and PT. They took time out of their Saturday to come down here and visit with you. They run the Riverside or the Inland Empire Boys and Girls Club. Keith Padgett I've worked with Keith Padgett on the board of directors at San Diego Boys and Girls Club in the past. And so Keith is here as well, came out here from Arizona to answer any questions about the operations of Boys and Girls Club. And so the other thing about the Boys and Girls Club is they are partnering with PGA of America. And what the PGA of America is coming here to work with the Boys and Girls Club is to teach the youth of our community, and not just the Rancho Belago community, but the community of Moreno Valley at large, the lessons of golf and how the lessons of golf you can take through life is a great life learning experience for the kids. So this project, guys, is more than just an apartment project. I was speaking with Roy earlier. Roy was questioning about the size of the units out here. Well, we're an apartment project. We're going to average over 1,000 square feet per unit. We have some units that are up to 1,300 square feet. Some of our designs that we have online here from Humphreys and Daniel Gammon is our architect. They have a design that's called the Big House Concept. All right, so this is also a design that is used to mimic the size of a large home, similar to the homes that we see up on Championship Drive and around the golf course and all other places. And that's what the design of the Big House Concept is. It's a 2-story building, be right across the way here from our clubhouse. So the next thing that we're doing on the golf course, we have identified a buyer. And Mark Stevens, why don't you raise your hand back there? Mark has been on board with us here since we acquired his property. And he's done a phenomenal job in keeping this thing maintained. You have 270 acres. After our meeting we had here last August, we put an all-out effort to get this golf course cleaned up. We went out and found the wells, got the wells working, all the wells, the pumps were busted. Okay, we had to go fix those. So we spent over $1 million on just getting water up onto the golf course by redoing all the wells and the lakes. Okay. So Mark has been real involved with us. Mark used to run the golf division for Macmillan Homes nationwide. So he has a ton of experience in working with master plan communities and their golf courses. The group we hired to come clean this golf course up that you noticed out there is called Diamond International. Diamond International is about a 30-year-old company, It's owned by Sal Rodriguez and his son Saul Rodriguez. Mr. Rodriguez began his career working for the Jack Nicklaus Corporation, building all of the Jack Nicklaus golf courses worldwide. About 3 years into that program, Sal said to Mr. Nicklaus, said, Jack, I've got to leave. I'm going to start my own company. Jack says, that's fine, but I'm still going to hire you to build all my golf courses. So that's how Diamond International got started. And Sal and Saul, and we are so thankful that we found them through after looking at a lot of different proposals, we think that they're the best. And you can see from the work that they've done on this golf course when they originally cleaned it up, we feel that way. So we've gone to them, and their game plan is, as you know, the golf course industry has kind of gone down the tubes. I'm hoping that Tiger Woods could play the last 2 days, and people get interested in golf. And I hope he keeps going, but it just seems to have coincided with that club, that 9-iron going through his car window, tied right in with the recession, tied right into the overabundance of golf course, the master plan communities in Southern California. It all hit at once. And so I'm hoping that everything comes back. But with the PGA of America and the Boys and Girls Club here, and we, by the way, I just want to let you all know, we're contributing the first $250,000 out of our own pocket to get this Boys and Girls Club started here in your community. We're not going out to anybody. Thank you. Appreciate that. And beyond that, they will have fundraising deals going on. We'll have golf tournaments. The first golf tournament that we're going to have here on the golf course is for a fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club. That's part of our agreement that we have with the buyers of our golf course. What we're going to do here, you can see some of the renderings on the boards there, what we're planning to do here in this facility. This will be redone and will become your premier restaurant again that you had here years ago, that I heard that people used to come here on Sundays and over the weekends and have dinner, breakfast, and lunch. That's what we're striving to. And you can see our drawings on the board there.
Don't see any solar panels. Sorry to break your. We're working on that. I got mine.
All
Took
right.
me 10 years to get them.
Okay, good. Thank you. So anyway, we're going to have the first-class facility back here for the community. So this project is more than just an apartment project, all right? And that's why I was excited about the median conversation here as well. This project is going to cost close to $100 million for us to invest into your community. We're not asking for a single dime from any of you to contribute to this. We're not asking for a tax increase. We're not looking for the roads to be repaved or anything like that. We're putting it in right now because we believe in your community. I have to tell you, these busted windows that you see here with these boards on it, there were 5 windows that were broken previously to me telling Mark, screw it. We're not going to go replace windows so we get some of the neighborhood kids in here shooting them out again and throwing rocks. You may look at the boulders outside by the gate, by the door down there. Those boulders went through our windows one night. All right? We're not asking the community to pay for that. We're paying for that. We're going to put $100 million into your community, and all we ask from the community is, 1, you come play golf. All right? 2, you let your kids go to the Boys and Girls Club, and you encourage their involvement. And 3, come over here to the restaurant and use our facilities. That's all we're asking of the community. What we're asking of in the balance of the community, as far as dollars-wise, we are seeking approval to allow us to build 417 units on this site. Now, if you'll notice in the new site plans that we have here from what we showed a couple of months ago, we've actually brought our buildings from the north side down about 30 feet, down the hill. So there's a further gap between our most southerly apartment building to the homes up on Championship Drive. You'll also notice we have a perspective from the west side of the golf course looking east to the mountains. And you can see a perspective there of what the residents on that side of Championship Drive can expect to see as they continue to keep their view of the mountains to the east. As another indicator of what we propose to do here for the city, because of the timing involved, and I mentioned that the golf course needs to begin grading its operation or begin working on its operation in January to be open, in order to be open in the fall of 2018, this coming fall. We're not going to have planning commission approval at least until the end of February, unless we can move it up any quicker. And then city council approval within 30 days after that. What we are proposing to do, and what we're gearing up to do, is that we're going to go risk and begin working on the golf course in January, in the first week. And we're going to begin redoing the tee boxes and the green fees. And the greens, excuse me, the tee boxes and the green, beginning the 1st of January. And beginning the irrigation in the middle of the fairways. And hopefully that's enough so we can get that thing going, so we get the approvals in February and March. Then we're ready to open up the golf course in the fall. Let me be clear, though, that if we are turned down from the planning commission and we don't get approvals this go-around, we're done. We're pulling off all the folks from the golf course. There will not be any more construction of the golf course. It is done, and we're on our way. All right, we've been here for 2.5 years now, and we own these apartments next door, and we would just as soon have a great golf course, not only for the community, but also selfishly for our apartment residents here as well. It all goes together. We're all neighbors, and I'm here to dispel any bad rumors. These are going to be market rate apartments. We are going to charge as much rent as we can get. And we're going to put in the top of the line finishes in these apartments. Some of these apartments, guys, just to give you an example, are going to have oversized patios with built-in barbecues outside. Just to give you an example of the type of quality of apartment that we're going to have. So with that, maybe Dan, if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to take them. Dan, maybe you want to pass the microphone out for me?